Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. Taken about 7 yards deep, and no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves. He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Yeah, yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Cowboys' 45-yard line.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. Flushed out right. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 3rd down.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And the result here, a pickup of 8, leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Now they try the right side here. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bears have taken the early lead. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this is caught by Winton, the tight end. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Roquan Smith. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 67 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Let's see. Their own 28-yard line.
Uh-oh.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
And the Bears 1st down.
7-7, our score after 1.
The score tied 7-7.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him up?
And the pressure gets to him again. Roquan Smith able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. And he's going to go down again.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Bears take over.
Their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. His throw incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Flush to his right. And a throw right sideline is complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2 minutes to play here in this 1st half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. They'll look to throw here. And he'll go down. Brought down 20-yard line. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
And brings up third down.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting off field, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. That one a first down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. And the Bears first down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. 56 yards. And the Bears will extend their lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as drive will begin at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Roquan Smith. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb, and unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 36 yards on the play. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. The throw over the middle taken in. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 18. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as the Bears push further out in front. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he takes this all the way down to the Bears' 33. A big play here for Dallas. Give him 42 yards on the ground. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And they give this time to the tailback. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now the 2nd down throw on target. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 22-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They'll drop to throw. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup there to make the grab. And the Cowboys cut into that lead.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Dancing to his left. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Back to throw here. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get him.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
They'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Now stopped him in his tracks.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense.
Going to take a shot for Gallup. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. So a change of possession here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they are looking good. A 2-score lead here in this 4th quarter as they hope to capture a spot in the divisional round next weekend. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Here we go.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
And for a second straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. The Bears on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. And he's going to let it go deep. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively, and it'll be 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Fielded at the 33. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. We know that the rookie's going to go to a top target like that often. That time, though, maybe a little telegraphed.
And that's not unusual because you do tend to lock in on one of your better players. And when under duress, when in doubt, you're going to throw the ball in his direction because often...
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. 3 yards the gain there. Second down. That's complete right around the 8. And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that one is incomplete. It stops the clock now with 15 seconds remaining. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone. Brings up 3rd and goal.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal.
He's not going to get me. No, street. 51. Hey, they're scared. They're scared. 51, Mike. Mike 51.
Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Incomplete.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And as a result, their playoff run may end right here. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're in a good spot. 2-possession game, barely, but a 2-possession game here late. Now they just have to put this game on ice.
Let's face it, right now, they're talking about balls.
And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Well, 1 win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good...